Hi everyone, I'm coming on today to share a little project with you. I have been wanting to try this and make this video for over 2 months. I know it's been at least that long. What it is Amy, who is Aljon on YouTube, has a series that is Build Your Stash and Craft. It's an amazing series. She's been having it go on now for over a year. I think she's into her second year now. It's amazing. She's got all kinds of new tips and tricks and some things that have been around forever that she shows people how to do on a budget. And she made wax paint, and it took me a little while to get my little containers, which I found at the Dollar Tree. It took me a while to gather up because I had to go buy stuff. So, but you take she used a hair product as well that's like a soft wax, and that's what this is. I don't know if you can see it or not. I don't know, and I'm not sure if this is even going to work. Because this is like a hairdressing too that I found, and I found it on clearance. It says like a pomade, but it's like a wax base. And I need a paper towel. Here we go. And so Amy did that, and then she had little tubs of food colors, and I think she even said to try to get them in the tubs instead of getting them in these little tubes like this. This came from Walmart, it looks like. Great value. And so that's why I said I don't know if this is going to work. I don't know if it's going to end up being too liquidy or what's going to happen with it. But I couldn't get anything other than these tubes. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to make up some, and what you do is you just mix your, Amy did it on foil. I'm going to just do it on a piece of my craft mat here, and you put your wax out, and then you put your color onto it, and you mix it up, and then put it in your containers. And the colors that Amy made, they just look so pretty on paper. So I'm going to give this a go, and I'll put it in fast forward and let you watch, because it's very simple. And besides, you can get the best tutorial by watching Amy. So I'll put the link to her video regarding this particular project in the description box below. If you don't already know Amy, go over there, and like I said, you'll get the best tutorial by watching her. So I'll put this in fast forward, and we'll go and see what happens, and I hope it works. just continuing on mixing my colors, and I had mixed up some green, and I got a nice amount of green in my little container, and I had some left over. I put out too much, and so I added just a little bit more of the wax, which my wax seems a bit more sticky than the product that Amy used, but it seems to be working just fine. As you can see here, you know, the colors are coming out. You know, they're not real dark colors, but they are coming out, and I notice if you like tap or pounce a little bit in the center, you can get, you know, some deeper color to it, and I added a little bit more green to that one and made it a deeper green. Anyway, I'm going to put some orange with this and make some brown. At least that's what I'm hoping. Because I wouldn't mind having some brown, so I'm going to put some orange with it. And I'll just continue on here and go in, put it in fast forward again, and yeah, I'll keep on keeping on here. Okay, I'm back, and I have mixed up some color, or my colors here, or put my colors in my pots, and I'm going to give them a shot and try them out here. I kind of did as I was going along, but now that I'm all done, I want to test them out again. And they've been sitting just for a very, very short time. I can't get the lid up. There we go. They've been sitting for a short time here, and so they haven't really separated or anything of that nature. I'll just use this. I'll just use this little thing here to kind of stir them just a hair. Just to see. And I think I'm just going to try to use my finger to put them on, you know, on the paper here. I'm kind of tickled with how they're turning out. Like I said, I'm not sure if my waxy stuff was a little bit more sticky, I think, maybe than Amy's. I'm not 100% sure on that, but it sure looked like it on the video. And yeah, but mine seemed to be working okay. So I'm kind of happy with how they turned out. And like I said, I'm just using my finger to put them on here. Just because I want to see if I can make a background out of what I've got here. It was very, very fun to do these, Amy. Thank you so much for showing us. And once again, if you really want a good tutorial about how to do this and how to make these, you know, you need to go over to Amy's channel, and like I said, I will put the description, or the link to Amy's channel in the description box below. Now on this, I'm going to put a little green on here first, but I wanted to tell you about it ended up being kind of a plum color. I really wanted to try to get a blue, but I didn't have anything to make blue with. I tried using a little bit of alcohol inks, just a little drop of my homemade alcohol ink in the wax to see if it would turn it blue, but the alcohol ink wasn't, how do I want to say it, it wasn't pigmented enough, or the color wasn't strong enough to do that. So yeah, so that didn't work for me, but and I ended up adding some more of the, I think I tried using blue, and it colored it a little bit and came out kind of a real pale sort of a blue color. And so then I ended up adding green, and in the green then I ended up putting some perfect pearls in there in a bronze color. And I don't know if you're going to be, whoops, that's the wrong one. I don't know if you're going to be able to pick this up on camera, which I really hope you can. See the shimmer in it just a little bit even. I don't know, you can see the shimmer in it, but you can't really see it on the paper. It doesn't come out on the paper hardly at all. So, but you can see the colors. The colors are kind of cool. They're and I'm doing it this way. Like I said, I don't know how this is going to work out because I'm doing it this way. And there's the bright orange, and then I'm going to kind of wipe it off after I have it all down. But I mean, you know, experimenting with them and seeing what I get. And then this last color here I got, I had wanted it to be brown, but it came out kind of a gold instead. So we'll see what it looks like on the paper here. I added a drop or two of my alcohol, just my brown alcohol ink in there, and it still comes out sort of a yellow color, which that's fine. I am going to let this dry this time as it sits, and then wipe it off. I did try, that you could see there in the video, I did try to leave some of the color on top, and you know, and then to see if it left it any darker. Amy, I think, tried that as well, and it doesn't. It you know, it still wipes right off. In other words, you can't make it thicker or make it more pigmented by leaving it sit on top, because once you wipe it, once it dries and you wipe it off, it comes off. If that makes any sense. I hope I'm making sense. I really do. But like I said, Amy's tutorial is the very, very best. I'm going to let that go the way that is. I think you can see it there pretty well with all the colors. I'm going to let that go the way it is. Now this is the one that I put the shimmery in, the bronze Perfect Pearls, and I'm just going to test it out over here. It came out to be sort of almost a plummy type color. And I don't know what it's going to be like, but I mean, I don't know if you're going to be able to see any of the shimmer in it at all. So we'll let that like that, and I'm going to let it dry. I don't know how long it'll take for it to dry. So I will just stop right here, and then I'll come back to you when it's fairly dry, and I'm going to be wiping it off. Okay, I did let this dry for a few minutes, not too many, and I noticed when I dipped out this, the one that I put the sparkles in, or the one that I put the plum colored one that I put the Perfect Pearls in, I noticed that it was a little bit grainy when I dipped in my finger into it, but you can see some little dots, but you can also see the shimmer to it just a hair. I think you can pick that up. I think you can see that pretty well on camera there, where it's picking up just a little bit of that copper colored shimmer. So so that one came out really neat, and all I did was just take the paper towel and go over it, and it's completely dry now, so you can see nothing's coming off on the paper towel. So all right, we're gonna start on this side here and see what happens over here. And I'm just going to wipe it and see what I get. See if it just all blends in one big lump, or and it's not completely blending into one big lump. And I think if I would have let it dry a little bit longer, even, because this up at the top was drier than this down at the bottom. And so I think that's really cool. I mean, I really like how it turned out. I think it's really pretty awesome. And yeah, like I said, they're not even quite completely dry yet, because like this over here, it's completely dry. There's no stickiness or tackiness left to it at all. It's got a couple little, like I said, a couple little, probably where I didn't get the shimmer mixed up as well as I should have, but I can stir that up whenever I use it again. But these over here, the drier they get, yeah, they don't feel sticky, or this down here is kind of dry. They don't feel tacky or sticky at all once they're dry and buffed off. And I really like the effect that gave. I think that's very pretty background. Now Amy had good luck writing with hers, writing on top of hers with different markers. I think she didn't have very good luck with gel pens and things like that, but she'd, just out of curiosity, I'm going to see if my gel pens will work on top of this. This is just a regular gel pen. Yeah, and it does kind of skip. I don't know how it's going to be once it's dry, but it does kind of want to skip on the surface. So I'll let that dry and see if it just comes up, you know, whenever you go to use it. But yeah, that's just a gel pen, but I think markers, all the permanent markers, I think probably will write on it. And this is just a Sharpie marker, an ultra fine point Sharpie. So see if this writes on it. Yeah, that writes on it. Fairly well. Ah, I see what Amy meant about getting it off of the end of your marker when you're done using it on here, because it does seem to want to leave a residue on the tip of your marker. So yeah, you may want to be really, really careful about that, or else use old markers or just a cheap set of markers, or I'm curious about acrylic paint on top, which I'm pretty sure that'll go on it fine. Yeah, you can use acrylic paint on top of it with no problem. It looks like. I don't think it'll rub off when it's dry. So yeah, that's just some Martha Stewart acrylic paint, and this one is permanent marker, and this is gel pen. I'm not sure how that's going to be. I don't know if that's dry yet, probably not, but I'm going to just do this and see if it comes up. Oh, doesn't look like it's going to come up. Yes, it does. It's coming up. You can see it right there, just barely. So that may not stay on there at all. That may just, you know, it might not be completely dry, but even when it's dry, it might not stay. But all in all, they're kind of fun to do. I had a lot of fun making them, and down the road, if when I use them on a project, I will let you know that that's what I've used. And please go over to Amy Aljon on YouTube and check it out, and have her show you exactly how she did it, because like I said, her tutorial is way better. And I will let you go now and speak to you all the next time until we visit again. God bless you. Bye. Hi, just back real quick to show you, and forgive the shakiness. Trying to hold this as I talk to you, but I just wanted to show you that I added some little swirls to the background that I made with my little homemade stamp here that I made with hot glue and a piece of fun foam, couple pieces of fun foam. Anyway, so I made some swirls and used a little dowel, pardon my arm, used a little dowel here to put some paint on, paint dots on the gold. And this is how it turned out, and I think it's going to make a really pretty tag, or background for a card, or cut it up for an ATC or something. And then this one I just added a little bit of that of this paint, which was the Peacock Pearl Dazzling Metallics Deco Art, and that's what I used on the stamp as well. I gotta wash that. Anyway, that I just kind of smeared it over here with that plummy color that I made with the shimmer, and you can really see the shimmer in it. Anyhow, that's a couple things already that I've done with the wax paints, and I'm really happy with them. So thank you all again for watching so much, and until I visit again, God bless you. Bye-bye.